Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time we tried to send out a caravan to try to go kill some people, but it ends up we have next to zero food because, you know, the whole winter thing, and apparently winter's really bad for your food stock. Oh, I don't even care. Winter, get out of here. Anyway, that happened and we are currently sort of, kinda, maybe a bit in the growing season. I mean, there was a cold snap, and at this point I'm pretty sure all of our plants are gonna die, and it's gonna be terrible, and we're gonna lose all that production. It's gonna be the worst. Anyway, we finished the classroom, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, this is gonna be a really contentious point with the whole desk versus chair people, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be okay. What are you teaching right now? Can you tell me what you're teaching? Are these people learning anything? I don't even know if that's a thing. Is she teaching, like, crafting? It doesn't appear that that skill's going up. I don't know what Magar can actually teach, actually. Or how teaching even works, or if there is actually significant training going on. Anyway, I'm sure it's fine. Wilkins? Wilkins, are you cleaning things? You are not the designated cleaner, Wilkins. I mean, you're allowed to clean as much... Oh, wait. Sorry, Wilkins is in fact actually the designated cleaner. I was very wrong about that. I'm sorry, Wilkins. I almost called you out on something that was clearly your job that I definitely assigned you to and should not attempt to execute you for having actually done. Yeah, we are a bit execute happy in this colony, mostly because I'm a bit execute happy and tend to find that to be quite an amusing thing to do, but, you know, maybe we should pull back on a few of the executions, because just so happens that's probably bad for morale overall. Just thinking about it, just guessing, it's probably not a good thing. We're gonna get this nice marble bed up right in here. And once, of course, we get actual cotton into the colony, which is at this point basically never going to be a thing because all of society is working against us. There's now an eclipse, as well as a cold snap, which definitely does not help the whole attempts to build, not to build things, but to grow things. That doesn't help at all, so, you know, just saying, it's going downhill. I'd say slowly, but it's pretty swiftly going downhill at this point. Dude, did Aiden just... She just brought 8 components in. Where did those come from? Were there components just sitting out here somewhere? Hey, by the way, Wolf, you are getting tamed up right now, mate. We need more working pack animals in this colony, and I will take Timberwolves if necessary. It just so happens that Timberwolf will probably 90% chance eat whoever attempts to actually, you know, tame him, but, you know. I think that's worth it. I don't know. I mean, generally, I'm pretty sure the people who get killed are not going to be happy about that, but I am perfectly happy with it, you know? And I think, given that I am the omnipotent lord of this colony, I'm pretty sure what I think is all that actually matters, just saying. So, in this terrible dank cave, there is a good chance that some form of terrible... insect creatures will show up. So we're gonna set up a bit of internal defenses here, just because I'm not going to fight terrible insect creatures without significant defenses. So we're gonna have a full-blown machine gun turret, because I just can't even be asked. I just want more machine gun turrets, because those are awesome. You know, it says steel gun Oh, what the heck? Ooh, hold up. We can build these out of whatever we want to. What? Oh my word, that's amazing. I wish I'd known that when I was building the defensive line. I mean, I guess in reality, it's probably for the best that our actual defenses have steel gun emplacements, because, you know, they are going to get shot at, maybe mortared 1 or 2 times. Speaking of mortars, we almost definitely do need to get mortars into the colony, especially for the situation where we get besieged. Because right now we're really good at defending the colony against, like, armed attackers that are going to come in waves. But if there's a besieging force, that's going to be a bit more complicated. Just going to level with you. You know, I don't actually know how to build mortar shells. Is that under the machining table? Aha, mortar shells. Let's see what the details are on this. We just need 10 steel to build a mortar shell. That's actually really cheap. That is a good call. We're going to get ourselves 10 mortar shells. And at this point, I think we can set up a nice mortar. It only requires 4 components, which is completely doable. And I feel like, what is the radius on this thing? It appears that it's basically the entirety of the map. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's okay. I'm fine with that. I like that. That's good. That's beautiful. Where are we going to set these up, actually? I think we want to set them up near to the defensive line. So I feel like maybe a nice mortar position back here. Like right in here. And maybe another mortar here. Yeah, we'll set up a couple mortars there. That way, if any disgusting besieging forces try to come and get us, oh man, they are going to be mortared into submission. And we're not going to use incendiary mortars, because that sounds incredibly, incredibly dangerous. And we're not going to use EMP mortars, because those sound like I'm going to do something terrible with them, and it's going to go really, really poorly. Although I say that, EMP mortars could be pretty darn useful, especially against mechanoids. Oh, that could be so good. Dude, maybe we should get in on some EMP mortars. I mean, I'm saying that they're probably a bad thing, but they could be quite nice. That could be the thing that turns our colony from a backwater, obviously somewhat societally backwards colony that executes the majority of people who ever lay eyes on it, into Dorian. What's up with Dorian, by the way? Oh. See, I noticed that Dorian hadn't gotten out of his bed for like this entire episode, and probably for all of the other episodes, because I guess his right leg has been shot off. That is a small problem. Dorian, you are going to get, which leg? Right leg? Okay, you're going to get your right leg properly installed by Mr. Bradley, who I'm pretty sure is a medicine man. Bradley, please go cut Dorian's leg off and replace it with a peg. That'd be great. I did not realize that he was in such a bad condition. That's probably why he hasn't actually joined the colony yet. Just saying, because he doesn't have a leg. Well, Dorian, we are going to show you the key hospitality of the Rambonian Knights by removing your leg and replacing it with a piece of wood. That is how we treat all of our guests, by removing their legs. Not always replacing it with a stick of wood. Okay, Bradley, you failed. I mean, you tried. That's okay. I mean, you're almost certainly going to go in for another attempt as soon as he's back into, you know, no longer being stabbed by Bradley. But, I mean, I guess you got to learn somewhere. And if you're going to learn anywhere, you got to learn against the prisoners, because that's probably the best way to do it, honestly. I really don't want, like, my own colonists having terrible situations where their legs are being chopped off and maybe not having the best, most sterilized equipment and maybe using a mortar or a machine gun to do so, which is probably a bad idea, but, you know, I'm not judging. I'm not judging this colony. They can do what they want to do. They got to do it. You know, that's how life goes around here. When you want to do something in the colony of the Rambonian Knights, you go out and do it, even if it includes severing limbs. Mostly because we are some sort of terrible, inhumane anarchy, but, you know. Well, we're not actually an anarchy. I mean, we're probably the least anarchical. It's not a word, but I'm going to use it. The least anarchical society that we've yet had in RimWorld, because we have actual legitimate leaders instead of just fake leaders that I've assigned based on completely random criterion of just people I like. Yeah, that's really not a good way to run a civilization, actually, when I think about it. That's pretty bad, but it's how we've been running all of our other civilizations, so, you know, that's a thing. Should we... You know, I'm thinking about this place. It's probably going to be a good idea if instead of having this be a cave with like thin walls, we could build across here a nice wall and then cut down all of this stone and create a single actual room. That could be a pretty good idea. I mean, in saying that, We actually probably need to put support struts in this place, because I just realized there's actually probably a significant risk of this all falling in eventually, which is, last I checked, not exactly a good thing. So we're going to put a couple support struts in there. We got the machine gun turret in place, which is probably, to the majority of the people in the colony, a very confusing thing to have just randomly. Oh my word, all of our animals have just gotten pregnant at the same time. I think we're going to suffer pretty terribly. Some terrible influx of just a million animals, which I'm not having any of that. I really don't want a million animals in this colony. I'll take like, I don't know, 500,000, somewhere around there, but a million, that's just too many mouths to feed, quite frankly. And probably part of our food crisis is the fact that we have so many stinking animals just everywhere. Okay, we're actually going to build a nice marble wall across here. And then we're going to work on cutting out all of this stone and do exactly what I said we were going to do, because you know what? I follow through with my stuff. And that should be the mortar shells completed. So we now have 10 mortar shells. That's beautiful. Beautiful. You know what we should do? We should build a little... You know how I said there was going to be bugs? Those are the bugs. Ah, we built our machine gun turret just in time. Everyone, Wilkins is being eaten by a giant bug. If everyone could please report to the defensive stations. Wilkins is running for his life? Her life? I can't remember. Gender in this game is not something I deal with. I can't... Oh, my word. Okay, our machine gun nest has been completely overrun. Oh, that's actually really bad. Like, look at all of them. Can we take these guys down? I think we need to do a little bit of a save prior to getting killed. So we're going to do the pre-death save here. How are we going to do this, actually? I think we can get a good, like, 3-person line in here. 4-person line, sorry. And we have everyone else retreat back here. The gunners are going to have to cease fire. Fedosha's going to have to be somewhere up in that line, and we're going to open that door. Can you guys please cease fire? We're going to go to number 1. Prepare to fight giant bugs, you disgusting cretins. Please, Taylor, don't move to that position. Taylor, stop moving, Taylor. Taylor, stop it. Retreat. Retreat, Taylor. Open fire, everyone. Oh, can you please hold that door open? Just, Taylor, please open the door. Taylor, open the door. Just, okay, we're gonna open the door. Taylor's gonna go in, and then he's gonna pull back. Taylor, run! Run, you're in the firing line, Taylor! Oh, this is gonna get pretty serious for Taylor. Taylor's about to get hashtag destroyed. Fedosha's gonna get in there and try to up. Taylor has officially been downed. Fedosha is now in combat position number 1. Probably about to get killed, but that's fine. We can deal with this. This is a pretty serious fight going on right now. Fedosha is holding her own, I will admit. She's doing pretty well. Okay, Fedosha is now down. Please get into a melee position, Maul. Actually, can you go there so that you are now stopping them from... Oh, Magar is down. Okay. Yeah, this is going really, really poorly, actually. Please move into position, Steven, and you are allowed to open fire. Please open fire on all terrible creatures. That's another person down. We're going to go here. Please move into position. I think we're taking them down slowly but surely. Our pig has gotten into the situation and is now in death combat with giant insect creatures. And contrary to popular belief, it appears that we have actually... What the heck? We just cleared them all out. How does that even happen? Can you please rescue everyone who is currently in a state of terrible, terrible death right now? All basically in the same place because we just held that door like a boss. Oh, that was amazing. Can I just say? We just did a pretty seriously good job there. Longnose, you're going to have to be the one who finishes up beating all of these things to death. And then we're going to have to deal with the actual infestations. Ends up, I think our defensive line is not exactly the best defensive line we could ask for, really. Could you go man the gun complex and open fire on these things? Fire. No, you need to fire at it with the machine gun. Thank you. Force fire on that. I'm sorry, Longnose. Have you not yet hit the hive? Okay, he has hit the hive. Okay, I thought that was a lot worse than it looked like. Okay. Well, as I said, there was very likely to be an infestation at some point, and the infestation has shown up. We have beaten it back. Unfortunately, our machine gun turret was completely useless in the entire situation, and is probably really not something that is of any use at all. Are these guys all treated at this point? Bradley, are you treating? No, you're not allowed to go to sleep until you treat everybody. Come on now, Bradley. You know how this works. You need to treat every person who has been severely injured because you're the only competent medical personnel in the entire colony. Are you quite done with that, Longnose? Jeez, Longnose. You're using a machine gun. I would think that one bullet should just tear apart that entire hive. Anyway. Well, nice. Okay, the bugs are dead. Bradley, what are you doing right now? Feeding simple meal to Magart? That's actually pretty... That's legit. Longnose, can you do some work on, like, Maul? Is he... Oh, Longnose, you gotta get in on the doctoring thing because we need some doctors up in here right now, and, you are one of the few people who is actually, like, functioning in the colony, because most people had 1 or 2 limbs eviscerated by giant bugs. Okay, so who else is injured? Wilkins and Fedocia. Wilkins looks mostly okay, quite frankly. He's had his left index finger bitten off, but, you know, you can walk that off. That'll be fine. Nobody has had serious damage from that. Okay. That's fine. Can you not feed him and instead treat Fedocia so she doesn't bleed to death? Whew. Well, I feel like we probably need more melee people in this colony. I'm gonna level with you, because we need more people who can possibly hold doorways like that. Is that door, by the way, completely destroyed? I cannot tell. There is just... It is completely blocked by a mountain of dead insects, which I imagine is quite absolutely disgusting. I would not want to go anywhere near that. That's terrible. Hey, is someone injured and out of bed? Magar, no, you rest until healed. If you get an infection, I swear you're done for. No, you're also... Okay, Taylor's already been treated? Yes, he has. Okay, everyone has been treated on some level. Maul, no, you're not allowed out. Nobody is allowed to, Oh, right. Oh, they can't rest until healed unless there's an actual hospital bed. I mean, in saying that, we do have 2 completely open beds. So, Maul, rest until healed. Wilkins, feed Dorian, and then you are allowed to rest until healed. Because the #1 way that you get infections in this game is having people walk around injured. That's the worst. And Dorian appears to be fine at this point, so, Bradley, as soon as you're ready, could you please attempt to remove Dorian's leg again? In this particular situation, could you possibly both succeed at removing his leg, because I don't think his leg is completely gone. Nope, it's still shot off. And then also succeed at replacing it with a stick of wood? I would really appreciate that, Bradley, because his leg needs to get gone, and he needs to become a productive member of the colony. Whew. Man, we're probably gonna need to work on this little defensive position here. It's probably completely useless, just to be honest. I mean, I thought it was gonna be cool. It's not cool. It's quite bad, actually. It's pretty pathetic. Okay, Bradley is up doing something. He's trying to repair one of our wood racks. Well, Bradley, you're not repairing a wood rack. Oh, we need medicine. That's the worst. Oh, I wanted something better. We're gonna tear down this entire defensive line, by the way, because it is clearly not worth the effort. All of these resources could be better used somewhere else, because quite frankly, they are doing nothing. Nothing at all. Huh, but, I mean, we didn't lose anybody. The colony is continuing as usual, and nobody even lost a limb in the course of that. The only person who I think lost anything significant was Wilkins, who lost a left index finger, and that just kind of brings Wilkins into the members of the colony who have lost a limb or part of their body in combat. So it's really, that was a very, like, community building event, I would say. That was pretty good. So with the attack of the giant bugs and the current veritable pile of death that is just sitting there, that will bring us, for now, to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, I can assure you there will be 100% less bugs, I think. You know, I can't actually assure that. There is literally no way that I can assure that. There could be another infestation, and if that happened, we probably wouldn't survive, because right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but half of our people are down. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, just a bit, because, like, only 4 of our people are down, but that's pretty close. It's very close to half of our people, and that would be quite bad. Anyway, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.